everyone, and welcome back to Cars and Escapades. Today we're doing pack 4 of the Goldfinger Aston Martin DB5 from Agora Models. And today we'll be doing the left front wheel hub and suspension, the steering rod, and assembling another wheel. Well, let's get started. These are the parts for the left front wheel hub. And first of all, we need to place the wheel hub in the center of the brake disc, and then the brake caliper fits on like so. There needs to be 2 small screws inserted in here. And that's those done. The left control arm sits there, and 2 small brackets placed, one there and one over here. And that's it in place now, so that this moves up and down easily. Next, the anti-roll bar connection goes into this little slot here. And that then needs to be fixed in place by a screw. And there's the screw in place. Next, the control arm goes into the suspension mount, just like so. And that's fixed in place with a very small pin. And this is the size of the pin that you can see has to go in at either end of that connection. As you can see, the place for that pin is oval, and the area for it to be inserted is circular underneath. So the only way I can find to line it up properly was using a pair of surgical artery forceps, which lets me grip the pin. The shock absorber is then inserted in here and held in place by yet another pin. That's the pin in place there. I must say it's a lot easier when all the holes are circular. Next, the shock absorber spring goes over the rod and the cylinder over the top of that. And that is held in place with yet another pin. The left wheel hub is then placed onto the suspension like so, and will require fixing in with a couple of screws. And that's those in place. Wheels can turn and spin. Next part to assemble is the steering rod, and these are the parts required. First of all, the steering gear goes into the steering column, like so. You can see a little ball there. And of course that'll be fixed with a pin. And that's it fixed there. Next, the steering link has to be fixed with another pin again to here. And you can see that that's been fixed there. The steering now slots into this little groovy bit here, like so. Now what I've done now is inserted the steering rod, which is here, and it goes under these areas here, and it connects to the little toothed wheel here, so that wheels turn. It's attached onto here, both sides, which requires quite a bit of tension on the screws, and it's quite stiff to do that, so I wasn't able to show you the video of that happening at the same time, so you can see where it's put in there. But it does turn the wheels. Now the anti-roll bar, which is this, is placed between these two little lugs here and will be held in place with a bracket over the top of those. The anti-roll bar, which is this, slides underneath here and is going to be attached under there to the wheel bracket. And that's the anti-roll bar in place just here. That's the right steering rod holder in place, and the left one goes in here. They'll be fixed in with screws. The next thing to build is another wheel, and as I indicated, I'm not doing the difficult one with putting in extra spokes or putting in all the spokes. I'm just going to do the easy build because I think it's common sense to do that. But if you're a keen builder and you want to do each spoke at a time, by all means you do the more difficult one. This is the completed wheel, as you've already seen the assembly in the box 1 video. Next we have to fit the rear chassis onto the main body. And that's box 4 finished. Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up. Also, if you'd like to watch further videos of the assembly of the Aston Martin Goldfinger DB5, please click on the subscribe button and also the little bell so that you get notifications when they're appearing. In the meantime, cheerio.